Perfect. 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 Perfect.
What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. Houston, Texas, not Texans. I am your host, Sir Ed Honcho, right? Where's my battery life? This is some bullshit. Make sure you're following all the proper social medias. That stuff right there above my head. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure something else you're supposed to do. If you're new to this and you ain't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I think subscriber only chat mode is on, as it should be. Like I say, until we start really just getting on some real shit, then we just go, we just gonna rock with Sauce Nation. I don't give a fuck about them outsiders. You feel me? Because I think if you sub to this channel, you understand how it goes, right? It's not about being in total agreement. It's about having your own fucking opinions, not being a fucking yes man or weirdo. We Sauce Nation, we stand on our own 10 around here. Anyway, we got plenty to talk about. We're going to talk about the Rockets. We're going to talk about the schedule dropping and what games you're most looking forward to seeing. We're going to talk about a little bit, because we'll have a pregame show tomorrow before the Dallas shit, and so we'll hopefully get the round on and we can rock with that tomorrow. So I'm not gonna go too far into it. We can talk about things you may be interested in seeing and all that other good stuff. But I'll just share a few thoughts on that. I won't go into super in depth because, like I said, that gets its own whole pregame show. So yeah, right. So and then we'll open up the Sauceline and then we'll go from there. Anyway, I hope all of you are doing well. I sincerely mean that shit. I appreciate all y'all. I love all y'all. Don't be like no homo. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. The fact that y'all could be anywhere in the world and y'all rocking with the sauce right now, I am greatly appreciative for that. And like I say always, it's my honor, my privilege, but more than anything, my pleasure to get to chop it up with y'all, man, because y'all are good folks. We talk a lot of shit, but I fuck with y'all. Let's see what we got in this thing, and let's get to rocking. Like a cut-off stocking. Street Runners, what's the motherfucking deal? Darren Davis, what's the motherfucking deal? Naveed, what's the motherfucking deal? Herb Got It Don, what's the motherfucking deal? Mr. Killer KB, what's the motherfucking deal? And the Wise Man, if y'all don't know, now you know, what's the motherfucking deal? Quail Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Oh, we got to do it properly. Sauce Nation roll call. Shout out your side with pride, wherever you may be in the greater Houston area. Shout your side out. And so I can send y'all a little bit of digital love. If you're not in the greater Houston area, It's Friday. I still send you some love. JJ on the cart, man. I ain't even looked. I'm telling you, I ain't been paying. I barely be at the house. I get in right before it be time to rock. Yesterday I got in late, and I have not been paying no attention to it. But it's super funny, like, right? JJ ain't getting the hate that other individuals got who, got traded, no fault of their own. But JJ, everybody, let him go to a contender, let him go to a champion. Motherfucker went and got the bag, right? The West in the building already. That boy Los was the motherfucking deal. Trinity Gardens already. You know what I'm saying? Tony Bear was the motherfucking deal. But as we get folks in here and we get to chopping up about some things. But like I said, we'll start off with the Rockets. And we'll talk a couple of things about the Texans. Just a few slight thoughts. Like I said, won't spend a whole lot of time talking Texans because they get their own pregame show tomorrow. Josh, you happy now? Huh? You talked all that shit, Josh, and you're late, buddy. Huh? You're all in the den. Talking about, oh, you wasn't there, pull up yourself, you wasn't there, and your ass was late. Yeah, you get them. I'm stealing pistachios from you whenever you get in the den. I'm taking 1,000 pistachios. So it's a couple of games, right? And let's be realistic. The Rockets, Jalen Green's gonna be nice, Kevin Porter, you got all these guys, and it's gonna take some energy for these guys to get it together. Sengun, the Goon. I find that very interesting, the nicknames we get. Man, hold on. I got to talk about something non-H-Town related, right? It's kind of H-Town related. It's kind of not. Like, Houston, you got to give us credit for having pretty solid nicknames for our players and things like that. Nothing too off the wall. Some of them better than others, right? But what's the young nigga, the Kuminga? What's his name? Jonathan Kuminga or something like that. Why are they calling this nigga the cum bucket? And I know it's Kuminga or whatever. It's like the cum bucket. Like, still real questionable. Like, dog. What kind of... Whoever thought that was the nickname? Whoever thought that was the way to go? Like, somebody been waiting their whole life for a suspect-ass nickname to give to somebody like that. Like, it was terrible. I was talking about, this was like about last week or something. In one of the preseason games, I seen that shit when he crossed up whatever. I think he dunked on him or something like that. I can't remember if it was a layup or a dunk or whatever. It was a nice play, but dog, that's a terrible fucking nick. Dog, yeah, dog. Like, what? If I was that nigga, I would fight whoever started that shit. Anybody who addressed me as such would have to catch these hands. Like we'd have to box. That's straight up, dog. Like. Nah, that shit, Kuminga, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit is terrible, bro. Like, that's that nigga's name, dog. Yeah, it's awful. It's the worst nickname I've ever heard in all of sports. All of sports, dog. The cum bucket, or cum bucket, whatever they call it. Yeah. Like, dog, that shit is disgusting, right? Some very... structurally limp-wristed sports fan out there just, I've been waiting for this one. Oh, the cum bucket. Oh, he's balling. Look at him. Oh, he did it. Go. It was terrible. The Turkish terror, I like that one. You said the dude who made it had to apologize? Oh, for real? Yeah, you had to, dog. Like, dog, yeah, we'd have problems. I'd have real issues with you if that was the case, man. The Turkish chair, that's great. I do like it. Luke, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, now, you got to be a real suspect character to even come up with that name. But, like I said, so the Rockets schedule dropped, right? And the Rockets are going to be exciting. I don't think they're going to necessarily, they're not going to be terrible. I don't think they're going to be bottom of the barrel in the league. I think they're going to be significantly better than they were last year. But I don't think they're not contenders yet, okay? But stranger things have happened. right? Stranger things have taken place. The chemistry might just be. I mean, they had a great draft. They really did. That draft was much better than I realized, and I think the Goon definitely is going to be a threat. So it's trying to boo the whole man. You think they're gonna be in the playoffs this first year? I don't know. I don't know if they. Do I need to put that as a mark my motherfucker? I need a sheet specifically for early mark my motherfucking words. What did I say? That was another. I'm gonna put it in the back of my notebook so that way I know where to look for. I'm gonna say, as Miller said. I'm gonna put a big ass mark my motherfucking words. As Mel calling Rockets in the playoffs. All right. Yeah, that's what I say. It's I don't think they're quite there yet, but I think they're definitely going to be very fun to watch. I think they're going to be that's the thing that sells. Like, I mean, you want to see that type of excitement. You got a lot of athletic guys. You got a lot of offensive prowess, and you got some solid defense too. But looking at the games that I am interested to see, you got them as a play-in team. You say a top 5 pick? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me drop it. But you say you got him as a play-in? Okay. You say John Morant has a lot of connections and friends in the Rockets. Once Green is strong, they're moving this forward. Man, I've heard some whispers and murmurs. Not saying that John Morant's coming or anything, but like that that he does have a lot of ties. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know all the history behind all that, but it is what it is. Again, but the games that I'm looking at, right? It's a few teams that I have interest in. All right, and I'm gonna tell you why. I want to know what games y'all are interested in, and what are y'all feeling. But the teams that I'm most interested in seeing, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. First, this is not in any particular order. These are just the teams. I won't say they're in a particular order. The Bucks, right? So 1, world champions. 2, KPJ and the 50-pointer. Can that be duplicated? How do you compare against a team that just won it all? I think that's a good measuring stick. As to where you are. But of course, day in, day out, different games, different injuries, all kind of things matter. But I think that's a good benchmark. Detroit. Detroit, for obvious reasons, and I think now with, what's his name making his remarks, I think that includes a few other reasons. I think that will there be a real competition? I already think that there's no competition between Cunningham and Green. I think Green is far superior to Cunningham in my opinion. Like, let me not say it's like it's night and day, but I think he's much better than Cunningham. But again, 1 and 2, he said what he said about Detroit. You need a storyline. You got a rivalry there. You got to make 2 of the worst teams who were in the league last year. You want some relevancy, and I think that's going to be a good competition moving forward, right? I just think that K is going to be on the opposite end. He's going to be on the losing end of that battle. I think Green is just a significantly better player. Cleveland, right? Cleveland, you got KPJ, former association. You got, who is it, Mobley Mob. And I want to see Mobley get done up again. I think we actually did better with the Goon than going with a guy like Mobley. I don't think Mobley is really all that. I think he's a big, lanky, overrated motherfucker. Like, it is what it is. Who else I say? Of course, Dallas for, it's just the Houston versus Dallas. And it's funny because I'm saying Houston versus Dallas in the NBA, but I'm talking about a regular season when games count because I'm actually going to be saying something different. spoiler alert, when we talk about the game, the Houston-Dallas game here in just a few minutes with the Texans. I'm actually interested in seeing the Golden State games. The reason why is because of the things that Christopher used to say. Like, because that nigga used to, like, he felt the same way I felt about it. And he used to go in on Steph, right? So I want to see what he has. Like, I just want to see, you know, him actually getting a chance to play against him. Like, it's nothing major. It's nothing like it's going to be a game changer. I expect him to be relatively talented again. But I just want to see that just because he used to talk shit. And then, of course, the Nets. James Harden. Y'all already know what that is. Y'all, you know, coming back to the H, even though he's still relatively Houston heavy. You know, and I told y'all, that nigga out there tickling grown ass men. I got nothing for it. I don't even know. I don't even want to get to it. So, you guys going to the Texas game tomorrow? You gonna give us a live report? What you say? Why I say? You say the Warriors, Lakers, Trailblazers, Nuggets, Memphis Suns, Jazz, Pelicans, maybe Clippers, Mavs, Kings, and Spurs. You got all of them as you don't think you're better than none of them? Look, I'll take another top 5 pick. I'm not against it. Look, let's the group gonna put him on lock. Yeah, that's what I say. I think it's gonna take some time, like I say, for them to get their chemistry together against real NBA talent. Again, Summer League is one thing, G League is another thing. The NBA is a whole different monster. So again, I think it's gonna take a little bit, but I think they'll be there in about 2 years. That's when I think the Rockets become real contenders, and then you're putting the league on notice. If these pieces stay and they can fill in, I'd like to see maybe a more solid centerpiece, but you know, we'll get to that. Real quick, let me get to my points about the Texans real quick, and then we'll get to I'll open up the line. Y'all call in, you can share your thoughts. I see some people differing in opinions on who gonna take it in the West next year. So this is why I believe people are getting a little bit too excited about the Dallas game, right? And the reason why I say that, and I know people in basketball, people are like, well, what about Westbrook? I don't care about Westbrook, the Lakers, none of that weird shit. I don't think the Lakers are going to come out the West. Like, I don't, like, Russell is an agent. It's just him and Spalding. Like, you think that's going to change with him playing with LeBron James? I think not. I don't think so at all. Again, we'll see. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. But like I said, the thing with Dallas and Houston, I know a lot of people hype it up, and again, I'm just going to go back to kind of what we said with the Packers thing. It's preseason, okay? 2, this whole Houston-Dallas relationship that we have that crosses like all spectrums. I mean, it's sports. I mean, we just talking about regular shit. I mean, just there's like a personal beef. That's why I don't want them to make that fucking train, because I think it's going to be pure turmoil. Like, I think it's going to be pure turmoil. If they make a train that shoots from Houston to Dallas, that can get you there in 45 minutes, there's going to be major fucking problems, right? It's going to be niggas that literally hop on that train just to come down here and start some shit. Hop on a train and go back to fucking Dallas, right? It's going to be the same thing, vice versa. Niggas ain't got shit to do. They're going to go start some shit in another city. I'm telling y'all, last year when I was on vacation, it was a significant amount of niggas from Dallas in Harris County. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. And literally coming down here just to get into some shit and then go back. But, like, in football, unless they start rearranging divisions and things like that, it really doesn't matter. Like, Houston fans, we're almost treating Dallas like the fucking Olympics, and that's giving them way too much credit. Like, this ain't the Dallas of the 90s and shit. Dallas hadn't been, like, relevant like that in forever. You know, they have a huge fucking fan base, maybe biggest in the league, depending on who you ask. And so I get it. I get tired of seeing Dallas fans around Houston. I get tired of them saying the same shit. Most of them are super ignorant. Oh, Dallas gonna win it all this year. It's the last time you fucking watched the Cowboys game. What the fuck are you talking about, right? I get it. Like, I definitely get it. They're annoying as shit. They're like worse than the Rona. I get it. I get it all. But we got to stop getting so excited about them because we're giving them like almost too much praise. Like, we're acting like the little brother, right? Because they don't get excited about playing Houston. This is just some real shit. Like, Dallas doesn't get excited about playing Houston, and there's no reason to, right? And they can still refer to their dusty ass rings. I don't care about none of that shit, and I don't think they're super relevant. But we're giving them the energy like they're relevant. Like, we're the ones starting to buy into their they got the old Super Bowl. We don't want it, like, but we're giving it that energy. Like, we need to just treat them like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, treat them like anybody fucking else and not give a fuck about it. Just another team. But you got Houston fans getting so, and they losing their shit. They come in the parking lot, they get to tripping, slap one of them niggas. It's all good. I'm not condoning violence. A virtual slap. Don't get too close, wear your mask, all that other shit. Anyway, but it's like we need to stop giving them that energy. Like, Houston has been more relevant than Dallas in the last few now, especially now. It's just kind of we're flying off the hinges here, right? We know that in the national scene, we're not looking good. But we got to stop giving them, their fans, the team, any of that. They're just like anybody else. They haven't won shit since the Texans have been around. So why are we so? We're really playing that little brother role. So we got something to prove to Dallas. We're gonna get in there, kick their ass. Like, I get it. Inaugural game, I was there. Loved it. It was cool. They talk shit to us. They treat us like shit through all the week. Beat their ass. Well, we won the game. Cool. That was then. This is now. Like, it's time to move on from that. And I know people get super excited about it, but, like, think about it to yourself. Why are you so excited to play Dallas? And that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. But they're not relevant. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to whoop them motherfuckers and just move on. Like, we should be dismissive of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should be super dismissive of them. Like, I'm take hope you go to Memphis, you can see him in person. You want to see more Davis Mills? And that's going to be interesting because I think you probably will, but because this is what I think is going to go on. Let me kind of explain this, and then, like I said, we'll open up the lines. What I think is going to happen, and so I don't really know. I think the Texans might win this one too. Just to throw it out there, because I don't think Dallas is really going to be that into it. Cardinals, the new rival. We got some new rivals. I don't think their defense is going to be really that into it, man. I mean, not their defense. Their team is going to be really that into it. Dak's not going to play, right? It's been kind of not looking real great for them so far. They just, got their own little issues going on. And like I say, they kind of look down on us, right? And then I expect the Texans to play way harder because I don't think there's really any established pieces. I think everybody's job is on the table. Everybody's job is available. So in that sense, everybody's trying to compete for a starting role. So you're going to have guys out there playing like this is the fucking Super Bowl, right? You're going to have guys out here trying to compete their ass off because they want a starting spot. I think you have very few spots locked down. And so, with that being said, you can expect the Texans to play with more passion. You got a lot of no-name guys on the Texans, right? You got a lot of guys that we're like, who the fuck is that? Where the fuck they come from? Guys who are either at the tail end of their careers, guys who are barely hanging on to an NFL career by a thread, General Mills. And so they know they have to come out and give it all they got because this could be the last, if not one of the last shots for them. So I expect the Texans to come out and play way harder. I expect them to come out and perform better. I'm hoping that they do. And so that's why I say, like, just this game, it's just another preseason game. I'm not excited about it. I'm glad to see some football. It's always fuck Dallas. It's like, it's fuck them. It's not like I'm excited, we're going to play them, beat them. It's just fuck them. Fuck Dallas. As a city, as a place in southern Oklahoma, like, just fuck Dallas. I don't give a shit about Dallas, right? It's a dirty place. They call themselves dirty. The Triple D, dirty Dallas or some shit. Like, clean your city up, shitty ass city. So I don't give a fuck about Dallas as an entity, not just the Cowboys, like the entire city. I saw some people talking about hockey, right? And people saying there was a thing that was on Twitter. Shout out to NHL Houston, and they were talking about, well, the reason Houston can't get a hockey team is because there's so many Dallas Stars fans. I've never seen a Dallas Stars fan in fucking Houston. Like, the only weirdos in Houston that's supporting anything Dallas is Houstonians that are Cowboys fans, which is whatever. Usually transplants, but whatever. Like, nobody give a fuck about the Dallas Stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck gives a fuck about the Dallas Stars? That has nothing to do with anything, right? So, is that. I don't give a damn about Shakira either, goddammit. Oh, when's she supposed to race them Jamaicans? When is she supposed to race them Jamaicans? Is that today or tomorrow or something? Because I know they was talking big shit, right? And she doing all that extra shit. So she better win, too. All that shit she talking. Motherfuckers have turned on her because they talking about she got a fucking attitude, right? So, like, a bunch of people that turned on Shakira. You know, my deal is like, and people are trying to play this shit up like what she's about to do now is going to be bigger than the Olympics. Like, no, it's not. It's not bigger than the Olympics. It's the big game. That's like, that's it. That's the show. And so people like trying to like, Shakira Richards is not bigger than the Olympics. Good, I'm glad she did. The Prefontaine Classic, yeah, that's what it's called, right? When is this? When is that taking place? Yeah, there we go. When does it start? I don't want to see Shakira. I want to know when this shit starts. Today and tomorrow? Okay, I need to find out. So, and you know, like, I get it. Yes, I got the Dallas Stars. God damn it, Jared. What the hell? See, you just demolished my whole point. God damn it. Anyway, let me open up the line. And then the Texans, you might get a glimpse of the Texans on Hard Knocks. So there's that too. That was my other little point. I'm starting to try to keep half-ass notes so I can remember half the shit I be talking about. Because y'all know I just be on some other shit. So, give me a second. Make sure y'all watch the Den this evening. I know some of y'all have been leaving comments on videos, and the YT has just been deleting them, like random like comments that are not even bad comments. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm just getting deleted. Like I said, I get a notification on my phone. Oh, somebody left a comment. I see it, and then I try to look at it under the video so I can reply, and it's like nothing there. You know what I'm saying? So, you talk shit, but you got to compete to talk that shit. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good, but at the same time too, you know, you gotta be in the race literally to talk the shit. So there's that. There it is. 346. 346 36 sauce. 346. Yes, that old Northside ass number. 3672823. If you got something you want to speak on, you want to call in, take a couple of calls before we get ready to wind it down. You know, we get an hour of sauce in, and then we just go from there. But again, she got the Dallas curse. That's terrible. They'll say, when is that race taking place? I want to know. And then those of you who are just sitting here lurking, hey, hit that like button free, goddamn. But again, like I said, even with the Texans though, it's just like, I don't know where we really are. So if Dallas doesn't play any starters, right? So have we proven anything? Have we learned? Like, they didn't really face, like I said, they didn't have a starting running back, didn't have, you know, Aaron Rodgers and things like that last week. And I'm not going to take anything away from the win. You know, it is what it is. Like I said, our starters only played a small amount too, so we can look at it from both ways. But good grief, got that apartment. I got to get more sleep. It's just like I don't really know the measuring stick. Like, it's cool. Like I said, you take every win you can get, but like I said, just looking at it in the preseason, it's hard to really tell where they are. Like, they look good, it did look good, but if you're not playing against, the best talent, and you're not seeing, the other team not really competing, they're kind of mailing it in. Niggas worried about, looking good on Hard Knocks and all that other shit. I don't know what you're really getting. I don't know where you are. I mean, the real measuring stick's not going to start until the season starts, because then once you got one more preseason game, and hopefully by that time you have an established crew of starters, and then you're looking at, who's just kind of making the tail end of the roster. So I don't know how good it really is. I want to see more Roy Lopez, Broderick, Bays, and Barbecue Sauce Brooks. What's the motherfucking deal? Winter is coming. Yes. Yeah. Now that's what I say. Like, here's the thing. Like I said, yeah, you didn't have no Tunsil, you didn't have no Roger. They cut him. You didn't have Titus, and so you were missing a lot of pieces. And like those guys who stepped in and filled in for him did pretty well. So I'm not shitting on them. I'm not hating on them at all. But I mean, either way it goes, and I know people are like, oh, what is it? I think a lot of books have them as most likely to be the worst team in the league. So if you're a gambling man, I don't know if you are, if you're not. If you are, if you're not, you figure that out. But I just think it's going to be a long season. I think we're going to be in a kind of rebuilding kind of phase for a couple of years. And again, then I don't know for how long we're going to be in this. I mean, we've been doing the Patriots out thing for quite some time. Like I say, I don't even think Cully's going to be here too long. So then again, you're going to have another shift. You're going to have another shift in culture coming up soon. But what I think is really going on is we know who's really running the show, which is the weirdest shit in the world, right? And you got people getting mad. Oh, you guys are talking about him and you don't even know about him. Look, bro. Just certain things that don't look good, right? You look at other teams that have an established history of success, and you see how they do things. You can look at the front office. You can look at the coaching staffs. You can look at the talent and how they're able to handle it. I mean, we're talking about teams that have been relatively good through multiple coaches. Historically, the way they have an identity, they have their personality, they are who they are. I don't feel like the Texans have in 20 years have yet to establish that. Like, who are they? If anybody was to come down and say, if you looked at the Texans over their existence, what are they? Who are they? Right? Like, you had your, at one point, Dallas being quote unquote America's team. You've had your steel curtains. You've had what was the other one? There's another one. I was thinking about slipping my mind that quick. But like I said, you have these teams with identities nationwide that they're well known. When you talk Texans, or you talk to a fan from somewhere else who has no ties to them, you can't really say that. What was the highlight? If we're going to be honest, the highlight of the Texans were the Johnson and Foster years. Like, even when you finally got a fucking franchise quarterback and he balled and as good as Hop was and all that, like, we're still a team that can't win past the first round. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you're a fan, you better like losing. Being not liking losing doesn't make you more or less of a fan, Roger. You know what I'm saying? Like, if being a real fan, being delusional to where your team is on the hierarchy doesn't make you a better fan than the next man. And that's what a lot of Texans fans do. You say something that's not saying the Texans are going to the Super Bowl, you're not a real fan. It's like, bro, I can love my team and be realistic, right? It's like, say you own a dog, and your dog is like Scotty, right? I like Scotty. Love Scotty. It's my dog. Scotty's not finna win no fight against no pit bull. Broderick, if you don't... this cliche ass, Captain Obvious ass statements. Like Scotty's not gonna beat no pit bull, right? There was one time Scotty did try to hump a female pit bull. That was a whole different story. But my thing is, but you just said, I'm a real fan who likes lewdness right here. You said that. And then you say, see, look at you, like, you blame stuff on them. See, that's why I say you can't trust niggas. And so, like I said, you just got to be realistic. Doesn't make me like Scotty any less because he can't beat a pit bull. I know what kind of dog I got, right? It's the same thing with the Texans. I don't like them any less. Maybe their behaviors internally make me not like certain members of the organization. But I'm a Texans fan, so I'm still rocking with the Texans, and that's what people can't comprehend. Oh, you're saying they're going to lose? You don't think they're going to win? You're not a real fan. You should be riding with them all the time. Look, if I got a homeboy that I've been cool with all my life, right, and he was going to go fight Mike Tyson in his prime, I'm telling my nigga, it's not a good look. I believe in you. You know, if you feel like you need to fight Mike Tyson right now, in his 50s and probably anyway. I believe in you. You my nigga. And it might beat the brakes off his ass. I'm not finna think any less of him. I'm just finna say, man, the odds were against you. That's basically what I'm saying. But it's like we got people who cannot fucking comprehend that shit, right? Yeah, you know, you say anything. If you're not sitting there winning every game, if you're not saying that Davis Mills is the best, if you're not saying that fucking Philip Lindsay's going to win the rushing title, if you're not saying that fucking Shaq's going to get all the sacks, if you're not saying that Justin Reed's the best safety of all fucking time, like, you know, you're a hater. You're a hater, bro. You're just why even talk about like. But then you got people sit there and tell you all this shit, and then when none of that shit come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? Broderick ain't gonna call in. The line is right there. 346-36 sauce. It's super easy. 346-36 sauce. Call the number, Broderick. You know, Broderick don't ever call. Broderick never calls. Okay? The only way Broderick's gonna call is if we have a discussion about religion and ribs, right? I ain't like your question there, Broderick. I'm still blaming you. And yeah, King. I do like King. I want to say he had a nice return the other day. That's interesting. I don't know how much that pans out. Packers aren't the most elite special teams in the world, but we'll see if that maybe works in our favor. We can get some short drives out of that throughout the season. But yeah, at this point, bro. Oh, I did kind of want to talk about that, right? Like how much more is it? Of Watson. Like, I don't know. I didn't get any up. I hadn't paid attention to anything today. But I know last couple of days, last week he was mad at the reporters. He was, we got a call coming in. Let's see who this is. What's the motherfucking deal? We got calling in to the Sauceline this evening.
It's your boy with the ribs. Best ribs in H-Town. Fresh from the toilet. Hollering at y'all today. Gotta correct some shit.
Wait. So first, before we go into this, you're currently on the toilet.
Currently on the toilet.
Literally, don't nobody want to hear that shit.
Anyway, bro. First of all, I heard you hating on the den last night. We're gonna talk about that later on another day. I wasn't able to tune in live, but I heard you on here talking noise. We'll get on that later.
Okay.
Anyway, just to correct myself, I was saying that as a fan, me personally, I don't like to lose.
Correct.
I don't like tanking seasons. I'm just trying to clarify myself. I understand this may be one of them seasons, but I'm just making it clear that I do not like or embrace tanking.
Okay.
Who likes losing? So Wiles was saying the real fan. I said I am a real fan. But who likes losing? I don't like it.
Okay.
So now, granted, I would much rather be winning with Watson the quarterback here. Of course, that's obvious. You know, because I think you add Watson to this roster or whatever, he got a few weapons he can play with. Plus, it seems like they kind of simplified things in the offense a little bit and focus more on execution than they, huge, what they used to say, talk about O'Brien had some kind of masterful, crazy, difficult playbook or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes when it comes to football, you just simplify everything.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you can do the small things with your hands tied behind your back, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just dumb it down to high school level if you got to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just execution is key. So if they doing that, you got a guy like Watson at the helm, you know, of course things gonna be a whole lot better. I'm not expecting the team to go to the Super Bowl or nothing like that. But yes, I would much rather win more games than lose more games. Whatever happens after that is what happens. I ain't worried about trying to get high draft picks and all that kind of crap because half the time we don't know what to do with them anyway. So winning on the field, and I'm good.
Okay. So you said that one, you don't embrace tanking while you're currently embracing the tank, and then not going to the Super Bowl while you are at the Super Bowl. Okay. But no, I agree with you. Okay, and I appreciate and I appreciate the clarification. Right. So it does. I get it. Yeah. If you're going through a season, nobody wants to go through that. You know, we all got a small amount of time on this earth, and nobody wants to waste time watching a team tank. I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying there. Now, what is the what is the beef that you're referring to? At least give me a refresher, because you know I say a lot of shit in the den. I don't remember having the shit I be talking about.
Oh no, we'll talk about that in the den.
Okay.
Strictly den conversation.
Strictly den conversation. Okay. Well, you know it's Fire Friday, so I'm coming with my white cup tonight. And so I'll be ready for that.
Oh, damn, it is Friday. You know, Friday normally be Mr. Nasty time, but, you know, I cut out some time for you, boy.
Okay. Well, if you could cut out some toilet time for us, you know, well, I definitely appreciate it.
I don't know, man. The acoustics are real good in here, man. I like the echo and everything. It kind of makes me sound a little bit more grand, you know? So I'm thinking this may be my place from now on when I call in to the Sauceline again. You know, give you that nice echo. I got a real sound ceiling in my restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So it's giving me some real good acoustic. You know, everything is bouncing off the walls real good and whatnot. You know, so I might have to keep doing this because I know the people enjoy that echo as well.
Yeah, some people have referred to. Sounds like you are definitely in the restroom. So. I mean, if that's what you're going to associate with your name, hey, you do you, brother.
Oh, yeah, talent-wise, yes, I have won championships coaching.
Okay. When was the last championship you won?
Well, hell, I ain't coaching. Let me see. What's this? 2021. Shit. 2010.
2010. So when you coming out of retirement?
When I come out of retirement is when I have a grandkid playing or a nephew or something like that playing.
Okay.
That's when I come out of retirement. But until then, I don't know. I say that, but sometimes I get that little itch around this time of the year, man. You start smelling that grass and everything and whatnot. And you ride around there, you look and see the little teams out there playing, you know, coaching and everything. Parents pull it up. You know, it kind of brings back your feelings, and it's real fun, but it's a whole lot of work. And it's a whole lot of work and effort, man. You got to come out your pocket a lot of times for a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have your own kid playing. You know, I don't know what I think about it. My son been telling me I need to, but you know, I'm kind of enjoying chilling a little bit. Plus, my boys in high school right now, so that's pretty much gonna eat up my time when it comes to football the next couple of years.
Okay. So I got a quick question for you. Now that you mentioned that, you actually kind of segued perfectly into something else I want to ask. You tend to keep up with the high schools in the area. Who do you think is going to be? Who is the one team that people should be watching out for in the greater Houston area this year? Or maybe a surprise team. We know the two major players usually, but who would be a surprise team to watch out for?
Surprise team? Oh, man. That's the funny thing about the Houston area, man. It's always that one team that just kind of pop up but they kind of pop up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't really see them coming. But if you look in those books, like the Texas High School book and everything, where they preview it every year, you can kind of see who's going to be really good. But, of course, you got Katie and North Shore at the top of things. But, man, I would probably say that I just bet off telling you the team that's going to fall and the team that's going to rise. Like a team like Dixon, I think Dixon is going to fall down a little bit this year. You might see a rise in some of the other teams from down there in Clear Creek area. The Woodlands should be good again. I'll tell you another team you should keep an eye on. Keep an eye on Crosby. Keep an eye on Tomball Memorial.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't pay more attention to none of them HISD teams. We know what HISD do. They go to the first round and then by the second round they out go.
Yeah. Okay. So you gotta take the outskirts more so than the HISD team.
Absolutely. It's sad because I was talking to somebody about that recently, man, how everybody just have, and of course they gonna, if they black people, of course they gonna blame it on gentrification. But a lot of people have moved out of the inner city and moved out to Perryman and, Manville and Alvin and, even over to the LaPorte area and stuff like that. People are just moving to the outskirts. Tomball is more enough to win this. I just found out the other day we got a whole new high school in Katy I didn't even hear about. So yeah, man, that's where it's at, man. Everybody's moving to the outskirts because for one thing, it's just so doggone expensive to live in the inner city, man. Anything in the loop is real expensive, man. And for what you're paying for to live inside the loop or around the loop nowadays, you can have your mini mansion in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, look for them teams on the outskirts, man, because HISD, no, they ain't it.
Okay. All right. Any other thoughts from the throne, Mr. Broderick?
Let me see. No, that's pretty much it for Paul Arthur, and I'm out.
All right.
Peace out, sir.
That's a bit, brother. Appreciate you calling, man. Now we're about to get back in the chat trip on time and back. All right, real quick. This has nothing to do with nothing, but this is the sauce. You know how we do. We know Trill's preference, as he has stated multiple times, and I have taken a reference from it, and it's legit. What is everybody's preferred brand of toilet tissue? Drop that in the chat. So we can find out about that. Hello, DeMarkey. You missed everything, DeMarkey. Who are you looking forward to seeing? What games are you looking forward to seeing on the schedule this year for the Rockets, DeMarkey? Okay. So Roger says in the high school, and I can kind of see that. The thing about to me with the Houston area is that I think the best teams are down here. You can call me biased, whatever. I think the best teams come out of the Houston area, period. Dallas has some all right stuff going on. That area, I think, around Dallas maybe a little bit better. But, we end up beating up on each other for the most part. And then, there's two titans around here that you got to deal with, basically the east side and the west side of I-10, if you want to look at it like that. And outside of that, man, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. White Persuasion. Shout out to White Persuasion. I appreciate the suggestion you sent me the other day, and definitely going to look into that. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, man, look, man. We all grown men in here. Y'all niggas don't use baby wipes and shit like that. Shame on y'all. I guess there may be ladies in here, too. I don't know. I don't ever hear too much from the ladies in the South. These guys here are terrible. They say bad stuff, and I don't know if this is a misogynistic environment. I don't know if this is good for the ladies. Ladies, we love the ladies in the South. So, Tingus. Pingus. That's fucked. Okay. Yeah, you got to. Come on. I mean, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be all the way. Shelly asked, is a catfish, right? What was that shit? Who? Y'all remember like they used to do them tall tales? And there was that one. What was her name? Like Slewfoot Sue, and she used to ride the big catfish or shit. But she wasn't even like her own tall tale. She was like a part of somebody else. Tall tale. I can't remember whose story she was a part of. But that catfish that Slewfoot Sue used to ride on, that's Shelly. Shelly Long is that. So yeah. Okay. Like I say, man, I just think the Rocks will be exciting. They're going to be very fun to watch. Even if they don't have the success I'd like them to have this year, they're going to be a very watchable team. They're going to be a very exciting team. You got a lot of athleticism. And you got a lot of talent. I'm telling you, I just need Akeem to work with the Goon a little bit. The Goon don't need much work. And the fact that they're all young, that's the crazy part. You got all them dudes that are... they're all 19. You know what I'm saying? None of these niggas is legally able to drink and shit. Oh, I think I know. Excuse me. I think I know what you're talking about, Professor Trill. I think I know. I ain't never used it, but I think I know what you're talking about. And so these dudes ain't gonna do nothing but get better. They're all extremely young, so it's they're not even close to their prime yet. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, he studied Hakeem and Duncan with it. Well, he's already in the game. He's already in the game. So that's what I'm saying. It's when Tim pay the luxury tax to keep them all together. Look, Tim better pay something. What do y'all think about Caesars, right? They're now the sponsors of the Texans. I think there's some illegal shit going on. I think there's some kind of espionage going on. See, the Texans, see that Cal over there betting on the Texans to lose it all. You know what I'm saying? And then he trying to win some money, and he making Caesars a sponsor. Not Little Caesars, like Caesar Palace or whatever. I mean, like I say, 5 to 6 years, a lot can happen, right? So we ain't worried about that. We worried about it now. We're going to take it 1 year at a time. We got to stop being worried about things that are out of our control in the future. Okay, we just worried about the right now. That's all we own. And as we get ready, we got about 5-6 minutes left. There will be a pregame tomorrow for the Texans. Texans play at 7, so we'll be about 6 o'clock. No, they're not Little Caesars, nigga. Oh yeah. Oh, John. I was about to say, he used to be on him. Yeah, that's why he always be helping everybody out. No, they got. Oh, what, nigga? This nigga Dakota. Nigga, I told y'all that story about the nigga, the clerk that shot them niggas in the den. I told y'all that story. I swear I thought it was Dakota. It was on some real live Dakota shit. This nigga said the niggas was on a beer run. They stole the beer. That motherfucker shot them motherfucker. They died like a mile down the street. I was like, where is this nigga? This nigga Dakota killing niggas over Milwaukee's best. Nah, they got Caesar's Palace to fuck us. I don't know though. I feel, let's be honest. If Little Caesars was the and look, I'm not a bougie nigga. I ate a $5 hot and ready like last week, maybe twice. But I would feel a particular kind of way if Little Caesars was the official sponsor of the Houston Texans, right? Let's be honest. That's fucking cheap ass pizza, right? And if they don't make it right, if it's old, that shit start tasting like cardboard. But you gotta eat that shit like while it's hot and ready. Because if it's cold and old, if it's, like sometimes cold pizza is good, right? Not Little Caesars. That shit is ass. Once it's been sitting out too long, that shit is ass. You know what I'm saying? But I like Stone so far. I have no issue with Silas. Again, I was not happy, when the things that took place in transition, and so they were just kind of, victims of that situation. We're gonna see what's happening. Nigga, I just said I eat a $5 hot and ready. I said I think I ate it like twice last week, and then you sit there talking about you sitting there talking about why I say it ain't good. I didn't say it wasn't good. Juan, what's the motherfucking deal? Stone Cold. What are you talking about? See, this, I don't know. That nigga DeMarcus might need his rent revoked. Then Maria was in there looking for you, DeMarcus. Why you ain't say hello? She's in there, where's DeMarcus? You ain't even want to pull up. You was ignoring her and shit. That used to be your booski. You used to be in there giving her and female pimp all your pistachios and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when that pizza is cold, it's trash, bro. It's only good when it's hot and fresh. Like other pizzas, you can even reheat and they be solid. Like it's just no, it's just not. It's not what it is. It's not good. Y'all want to know who got a live ass pizza? Like y'all gonna think I'm super tripping, but I actually ate one today, just before I got on the stream. Y'all want to know who has a good ass pizza? You got to do it yourself though. Walmart. Walmart has some fire ass pizzas in the deli section. Dog, them bitches are actually really fucking good. I got the I don't know, they don't call it meat lovers. They call it something. It's like 3 meats or whatever. It's got like all the shit on there. The pizza's actually fucking good. You're dropping that bitch for about 15 minutes at like $3.75. I think maybe about 17 minutes at $3.75. Dog, the pizzas are fucking. That shit's got. The first time I got it, was cheap. It was like $7. I'm like, let me just get this bitch, see what it is. You know, it was family snack. Like we watching a movie and some shit, get some popcorn and pizza. Let me just see what this bitch working with. It was big because it was a big ass pizza. So I'm like, fuck it. If it's trash, we'll just order something. Man, that bitch was heat. That bitch was heat. I was like, dog, this is a good ass fucking pizza. Sam's. I can't tell you the last time I've been to Sam's, bro. I honestly can't tell you the last time I've been to a Sam's. Cali chicken bacon. I think I've had a chicken bacon ranch. I think I have. It's been a while. It's been a while since I fucked with Domino's. Domino's had some weird chicken shit going on. They wasn't really having when they had like them little chicken bites and all that other weird shit. I stopped fucking with them for a minute. Slick Will, what's the motherfucking deal? Dog, did y'all... I don't know, man. Y'all seen that video. I'm not a super Chipotle person, right? But I've gone every now and I've been a couple... let me stop lying. I've been a couple of times, right? Y'all see that shit where the bitch ate the fucking... she ate the Chipotle and there was a roach in that bitch. Like she was like biting into the, didn't even know that. She said it was crunchy, thought it was just a piece of something. She said she was setting the shit to the side. And then when she like stopped and looked, she had ate like half the roach. And then fucking had like, it was like the shit she had pulled out was like roach legs and shit. She showed that shit. That shit was nasty, dog. Chipotle is like, my old lady was telling me, apparently Chipotle has had a history of being garbage. So I'll probably play that video tonight in the den. For those of y'all that don't know, right, and we almost ventured into some den convo. For those of y'all that don't know, the den is live Sunday through Friday, 9 p.m. We talk about, let's go to Den Show Live, I forgot I had the shirt on. We talk about everything but sports. It's a wild adventure, but it's just, we have a lot of real talk in there, right? And so, you know, it may be some controversial things you can't handle. It's not for everybody, right? But we have a lot of real conversation. Open discussion is welcome. Disagreements are welcome because that's what it's all about. We break down a lot of shit that's going on. I got some wild shit for y'all tonight. I got some wild videos tonight we're going to talk about. And like I said, I'm going to go get my big white cup here in a minute. So y'all already know it's Fire Friday, so y'all know I'm going to be talking cash shit tonight. And I think we're going to kind of do it on some... I think we're going to kind of do some free range Friday shit. So, like I said, we talk about everything in that bitch. We talk about controversial topics. We talk about what's going on in the world. We talk about shit we just don't like. So, it is what it is. Oh, you didn't hear what he said, Trio? Oh, are you letting him make it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I didn't know if you heard the call or if you just letting him make it because you're in a good mood. I'm curious. But with that being said, let me go get my shit together. Let me go slide out here. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. If you hadn't hit that like button already, hit that bitch. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, pregame show for the Dallas and Texans game, preseason game. We'll dive a little bit deeper into it. There's a few other thoughts I want to get into. I don't want to get into too much today because then I'll just be fucking repeating myself tomorrow. And that's boring. You know, again, hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Check out the den if you ain't doing nothing at 9 o'clock. check out the den. It's always a good time. It's always some cash shit. And there's girls. They're kind of old girls, but they're still girls. But with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. I really do, man. I thank y'all. It has been my honor, my privilege, and more than anything, it's my pleasure, man. If y'all doing something on a Friday night, man, take care of yourselves out there. If I don't see y'all tomorrow, then I see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all ain't, that's it. With that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Make sure you're following all the proper social media just in case you don't get the YT notifications. You'll get them there because I always post it on there before we go live. But with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to everybody who joined the Patreon. Had a couple of new Patreon subscribers or joiners. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want access to the Discord to chop it up 24/7, you can either join the Patreon or you can become a channel member at the $4.99 tier. I think that's the sauce or the I can't splash. I think one of them. I gotta go back and remember them. But with that being said, I got these earphones on like I'm talking to somebody. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Goddamn, knock my hat off. My shit. Look, hold on. I need to get an edge up. Yeah, and I need to get my shit redone. That's why I'm looking rough. So don't judge me. I'm not even talking about Heidi. There's other girls there. There's lots of other women folk there. But with that being said, let me get up out of here so I can go get my cup so I can talk shit with y'all in the den.